Earth signs, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecast. How are you guys? So this particular reading will be focused on twin flame connections. So for those of you who already know that this is a twin flame bond that you are feeling with a particular someone, and I do tend to grab energies for those who are in separation, or you might be going through some major challenges in your relationship right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'll be starting off with the Twin Flame Current Vibes deck by Sister Moon Tarot. It is general advice as always, so please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for you personally and release what does not make sense for you. All right, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, when it comes to your twin flame connection, what is going on currently? What does that energy look like? Okay. Hooked. Hooked, line and sinker. I pretend to not care, but I'm obsessed with you. Wow. So if you feel or have experienced your twin, you know, maybe they're giving you either the cold shoulder or you're just not feeling it from them for whatever reason, this is actually what's happening. So they might be low-key acting like they don't care, but they really do. Let me grab one more card. They do care. Letting go. I'm letting go of anything I can't control. I let go of attachment. So your twin might have dealt with unhealthy attachments perhaps, and that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you, but whatever might have happened between you and your twin to separate the two of you, if you guys are indeed in separation. Maybe there is this need to just let go of the past, you know, loosen the reins a little bit and allow the universe to work on your behalf when it comes to this twin flame bond that you share. So let's grab some tarot here. I'll be using my Illuminated Star Volume 1 and 2 tarot decks. So let's see if we have some duplicate cards that come through. All right, wow, we've got 2 cards coming through already. Look at that, you guys had a Tower moment. So what might have happened is your twin could have been deceptive somehow. Maybe they were hiding things from you. You know, this certainly represents the breakup and the separation, that they did something here to ruin the partnership. So it could have been a third party for some of you. It could have been an affair, but whatever it is, this can sometimes represent those secrets that are not being shared. And that might ultimately have resulted in this breakup, the separation, that type of chaos that only a Tower moment can bring. This is the next card. We do have the Lovers, which can sometimes represent a third party. So take that part of the message only if it makes sense for you, Earth signs. But this could also be an indication of the love that the two of you share, regardless of whatever might have happened. You know, maybe this person still sees you as a partner that they would like to maybe try to fix things, get back together, maybe give it a second chance. And at the end of the day, it really does come down to the choices that the both of you make. The Lovers card represents those decisions that you are being given, or the opportunity to make different choices perhaps. You could also be dealing with either a Pisces or a Gemini here. All right, what else do we need to know when it comes to your twin? For Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay, so we've got the Devil coming through. This does represent Capricorn in particular. So some of you guys might also be cross-watching for a Capricorn perhaps. So we've got some addictive behavior here, an obsession. Okay, so going back to this card, hook, line, and sinker, I pretend to not care, but I am obsessed with you. So the Devil card can represent that type of obsessiveness. Let's see what else. So when it comes to your twin, look at this. Nightmares, there's this shadowy, darker energy from the Devil. And of course, we've got the Moon, the darker side of the Moon. So that could represent where your twin is at, especially during this time that you guys are apart. Insomnia, nightmares, feeling hopeless. That could be where they're at, feeling anxious or depressed. Maybe they're not sleeping. You know, their thoughts are keeping them awake at night. What else here? Four of Wands, wow. Four of Cups, Judgment. All right, guys, so this is clarification that this is still presenting a very special twin flame bond that the two of you share, even if you are not together in the 3D at this point in time. The Four of Cups can certainly represent your twins' regrets over what might have happened. And the Judgment can represent the fact that they are going through this awakening, and you know, the Tower can represent that as well. So it's telling us that maybe a Tower moment needed to shake them up a little bit in order to see the partnership at perhaps a greater value than what they considered it to be in the past, you know? So they're waking up, literally, I feel, from what is going on here between the two of you, especially for those who either have had no contact, maybe there has been no interaction whatsoever in a very long time here. And what could be keeping them up late at night is the need to either find closure or the need to reach out and talk to you. There's some unfinished business here. Maybe they feel like they need to be able to just have forgiveness on your part, especially if they ended up hurting you here, which I feel for some of you that could certainly have been the case. So let's see what else we can bring forward for earth signs here. Yeah, they're pretending like they're okay, but really they're not okay. All right, what else do we need to learn when it comes to the twin flame connection here? I'm pulling from the Twin Flame Reality Check deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot for earth signs. All right. What do we need to know here, please? High frequency energy. You know, maybe for some of you, you're still feeling your twins' vibe. You know, maybe when they think of you, you're feeling something in your heart space or just energetically that they're thinking about you. Look at that. They could be having very romantic thoughts about you still. They're wanting to talk to you, I feel. It's just a matter of time, perhaps, before you hear from your twin. Right now, some of the communication that's happening could be in the 5D. All right, let's grab some clarifying messages here with some tarot. Look at this, guys, okay? So remember, we already saw that earlier, okay? So volume 1 and 2, only difference with this deck is that it's got the reversed interpretation. Volume 1 doesn't have that. But it is clarifying that they're really needing to address their shadows, you know, and part of their obsessiveness with you and the need to talk to you, but they're gonna have to really figure out why perhaps it's coming from a darker place. It might have something to do with their own issues, you know. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Empress. So the Devil representing Capricorn, the Empress representing Taurus, that could be significant for some of you if that's what, for example, your masculine could be the Capricorn, Divine Feminine, you could be the Taurus here. Considering this is an earth sign reading, for some of you guys that might be pretty significant. So there's a masculine here, maybe, that's really obsessed with you, Divine Feminine. But they have to work out their own issues first, I feel. And the Five of Cups clarifies that, you know. They've got old wounds coming through here that they need to address. And I feel for some of you guys, it's got nothing to do with you. They have these issues coming into the relationship, but they do feel really lonely without you. Feeling very isolated, going through this grieving process because you're not there. They miss your presence. Ooh, look at that. We've got the Hermit representing Virgo. So we've got all the earth signs represented in these cards. You know, maybe Virgo, if you relate to this, this is where you're at. You know, maybe you are just preferring to just be on your own for now, doing that soul searching and really needing some time to yourself in order to figure things out when it comes to your love life. It could also be your twin flame who is in this type of isolation, thinking about you, missing you, but also having to really address why this devil energy is coming through on their behalf. Look at this. Okay, so we now have the Emperor. So Empress, Emperor, both coming through, representing feminine and masculine. So I feel we might have a divine masculine who perhaps might be in this devil energy at this point in time, but this is part of the progress, perhaps, that they need to go through in order to work out their own stuff so that they can come towards you as a better partner, divine feminine. Look at this. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. That is followed by the Sun. So even though you guys might have been through some trauma and Tower moments, we saw that, right? So those darker days are coming to an end, and it's preparing you for something way better here. Things are turning around. You've got the Wheel of Fortune right there. So for those of you who perhaps are feeling this type of energy where regardless of that Tower moment, there's still a chance to maybe ultimately work things out, for those of you who see that for yourself and your twin, you know, because I'm just kind of feeling more of an uplifting outcome to this, regardless of some of the challenging things that you guys have been through. The Sun, of course, representing a very positive energy and the fact that you guys can be happy again. Now, for those of you who would really not be interested in reconnecting, all right, that's, of course, your prerogative, but this could be an indication that you needed to create movement in your own life to find happiness. And that can certainly involve new love. That could certainly have contributed to you moving on to another relationship. Perhaps you're looking back at this situation where you still feel connected, maybe still feeling love in your heart space for your twin, but maybe have gone through too much there to really want to reconnect, you know? So that's for those of you who would not want to get back together. But I ultimately feel for those of you who are interested in that, really, there's a great chance at a beautiful future here for you and your twin, you know, and maybe the time apart needed to happen in order for them to really see things, especially when it comes to the twin flame connection, from a different set of eyes, and to really have a different appreciation for what it represents. And I feel they still love you, they still care for you, and they're really wanting to come through and fix things and come towards you as a better person. All right, guys, so that's where I will leave this reading for Earth signs. Hopefully there's something here that resonates with your twin flame situation. If you are interested in your own reading, I'd love to do that for you. That info is down below in the description box, and I'll include the link to the decks you see here. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time.